Hi there. Today what I'd like to do is just a short 30-minute workout, and I'm focusing on just opening up the shoulders and the hips, especially for us workers who are sitting at a desk, at a chair, in front of our computers for many hours in the day. So this workout is really for anyone. Most of it is quite easy to do. I'll make a little bit of modification when needed. All that you need is either a mat or something on the floor that's soft enough to lie on. And if you can, just get a towel that's wrapped up, just a folded towel as a cushion, or a small cushion if you have. Particularly for people who have shortness in the back of the neck, if you find that you're lying down and your head's tilted, you will need to have a little bit of support in order for your spine to be in a nice natural position. Right now, let's just stand with our feet hip-width apart. Find the position where you can really feel the weight draw evenly between both feet. Think of the crown of the head as a marionette string. You want to lift the crown of the head so that the whole spine is lengthening. In this position, let's take some nice wide breaths into the back and the sides of the ribs. Breathe wide and full. Exhale through the mouth. Again, breathe wide and full. Exhale. Arm raises. As you breathe in, reach the arms up. Reach the top towards the ceiling, lifting the face. Exhale, draw the air down with the palms. And again, you breathe in. Lift the shoulders up, reach, and exhale and release. Again, breathing in, reach, lifting the waist out of the hips. Exhale down. This time, you're going to bring the arms up. Keep them here. As you breathe in, think of reaching the shoulders right up to the ears. As I exhale, I'm going to draw the shoulders down but keep the arms extended. You're going to be drawing up and actually lifting the shoulder blades up, exhaling and sliding the shoulder blades down on the back. One more like this. Breathe in, reach, reach, reach. Exhale, release. Release the arms open. Let's do some shoulder circles. So nice, slow circling of the shoulders back. Imagining that your shoulders are circling through thick treacle. Let's reverse back in the opposite direction for 2. And for 3. And release. From there, we're going to just do a few simple lunges. They're not big lunges. This is a walk back lunge, just to open up, especially in the front of our hip flexors that get very tight from sitting. So I want you now to just step back. So I've stepped back with my right leg, and I'm going to bend the left knee forward. So in this position, I'm going to center myself so you see me better. You're going to want to think of the hips staying nice and square. So just take more of the weight in the front if you need to, but the emphasis is to keep that spine upright. Now in this position, let's take the arms up and just reach them up as far as you can. Just a little bit of extension, lifting the chest. Take a wide breath in. Another one as you exhale, breathe in again. And then lower the arms, step forward. Let's do it again with the other leg. So I'm going to step my left leg back. Again, I'm bending my right knee forward, but staying lifted in the chest, staying lifted in the spine. Nice straight spine. Try to keep those hips squaring forward. And now you're going to lift the arms up. And again, just see if you can lift it up a little bit more, but keep deep in that bend of the knee will help to give your balance, a bit of stability, and take a breath in. Exhale. One more. And as you exhale, take the arms down and stepping forward. From there, let's come down onto our mats. We're going to come into what we call relaxation position. That is, the feet are on the floor, the knees are bent. This is a really good position to come into if you're feeling quite tired or quite stressed, or your body's feeling fairly tight. With the feet on the floor, it allows the pelvis to drop and settle. and give your spine a chance to align itself into a more neutral position. If your legs are down, what does tend to happen is that the pelvis starts to tilt forward if you've got tight hamstrings or tight hip flexors. If it's tilted forward, then I find that my lower back curve is emphasized. If my knees are bent and my feet are on the floor, it allows the pelvis to drop and to ease the spine into what we call its neutral position. So always a great position just to come into, to lie here and even just to rest for a few minutes and then coming back up. You can feel quite revived after a little rest in this position. So here, let's feel that the back of the pelvis, the sacrum, is dropping into the mat. The back of the rib cage is sinking. The surface of the rib cage is connecting more with the back on the mat as you allow the body to just release. The head, the back of the skull is sinking into the cushion. Let's take a few wide breaths here. As you breathe in, feel the ribs expanding. Exhale to the mouth. Again, breathe in wide and full. As you exhale, just allow the body to release a little bit more, sinking into the floor. Now in this position, let's just start with the arms. You're going to lift the arms up. Palms are facing each other for shoulder drops, one arm at a time. As I breathe in, I'm going to reach my left arm up. It's like reaching the shoulder blade off the floor, and then I thump it down. Inhale, I reach the right shoulder blade up. Exhale and thump. So allowing the shoulder blade to be lifted and dropping without bending in the elbow. So you're trying to just keep the arms nicely extended. So what we're doing now is really opening up between those shoulder blades. Inhale to lift, exhale to release, and again, and release. As you continue to do so, you'll find the arms widening, opening up through the chest, and release. Now, still keeping the arms extended towards the ceiling, palms are going to face towards your feet. On the exhalation, I want you to take the arms back behind you. Now, as they come back, try to keep the spine on the floor. As you inhale, you're going to release the arms back to the sides. Exhale, reaching back. Try to keep the shoulders down, ribs down. Inhale, reach the arms to the floor. And again, exhale back. If you find that you've got problems with the shoulders, then you don't do this full range of movement back. You might just exhale back to this position, keeping the ribs down, keeping the spine connected to the floor, and returning on the in-breath. And again, exhale, reach it back. Inhale, forward. Last one now. And back. Let's draw the arms back up again towards the ceiling, palms facing each other. As you breathe in, reach the arms out to the side, expanding, opening the collarbone. Exhale, reach the arms back to the ceiling. And again, breathing in, opening wide. Exhale, reach the arms back up. And again, breathe in, open. Exhale to release. Again, breathe in, opening, widening through the chest. And exhale to come back up. From there, we're going to release the arms down. We're going to do a little bit of hip release. So I'm going to widen my legs quite wide. In fact, I'm going to take them just off my mat. I'm going to bring the arms out a little bit into a V shape just to keep the chest wide, shoulders released. And I'm going to slowly start to take both knees over to one side. Just rock them to one side, draw them back to center, over to the other side. So just a gentle rolling of the knees one way and rolling to the other. Not too big a roll, just a small roll to start. So we're just allowing the hips to ease into the movement. Now we can start to open that a little bit more by taking the knees further towards the floor, coming back up, a bit further over to the floor on this side. This time, take the knees as far as you can, that's comfortable, letting them release, let gravity release them down and hold that position. Now I've got a nice twist to the right. I'm going to turn my head to the left and look towards my left hand and take some nice wide breaths into this rotated position. Now I'm going to breathe in again and just deepen the stretch by just lifting my left arm a little bit more, opening up on that left side. Now on this next in-breath, I'm going to take the arm back down. Exhale, take the knees right over to the left for me, if that's where you are the same as me. I'm releasing the knees and letting them just drop to where they do, turning to the right, the opposite side of the knees, and taking some breaths into this position. Nice wide breath in. And on the next exhalation, I'm going to lift my right arm a little bit higher to open up on that right side. Breathe in again. And again. Now on the next in-breath, I'm going to take the arm down. Exhale, bring the legs back. Now I'm going to bring the feet in to go into some nice spine curls. So that means that we need to take the heels quite close into the sit bones because you're going to be lifting the pelvis up. So you need to have a positioning whereby it's easy to manipulate the spine. Now this is a really nice exercise, the spine curl, to just articulate and mobilize the spine, particularly when you get quite tense and have been sitting for a long time. We're going to start with a pelvic tilt, and that just entails drawing the tailbone under, dropping the lower back so it imprints into the floor, and then releasing the tailbone and allowing the pelvis to come heavy again back into its natural lower back curve. So you're going to exhale and just drop the lower back. As you inhale, release that tailbone and come back to its neutral position. Exhale again, drop that lower back. Imprint the spine, inhale and roll back into neutral. So my pelvis is staying on the floor, it's just the lower back that drops, and then I release. Now we're going to add a lift. As I exhale and tilt the tailbone under, I'm going to lift the pelvis, just the pelvis up off the floor, and as I inhale, I release it back down. Again, exhale, just lifting the pelvis up. Inhale, take it back down. Let's add a little bit more lift. As I exhale, I'm going to lift, just peeling a few vertebrae up. As I inhale, I peel back down, heavy pelvis, back to neutral. Again, exhale, peel a few more vertebrae up, and inhale to release. Let's come up a little bit higher. Exhaling to lift. Now if you're feeling it in the hamstring, you're getting a bit of cramps, sometimes just putting a little bit more weight into the heel can release it. Just do what you can. Exhale, coming up a little bit higher, and inhale to release. Now we're going to come up to a full bridge position, wherever that is for you, but the idea is to aim for the knees and the hips and the shoulders to be in line. In this position here, I take a breath in, and as I exhale, I peel the spine one vertebrae at a time and release the tailbone last. Again, as I exhale, I'm timing the movement with the breath, breathing out to peel the spine up, breathing in at the top to prepare, exhale to peel the spine back down. Tailbone releases last. So again, timing that movement, exhaling, lifting through the spine, breathing in at the top, exhale to peel it back down. Let's add the arms. Again, as you exhale, peel the spine off the floor. As I breathe in, the arms come back. Now, some of you might not be able to bring the arms to the floor. That's fine, wherever it is that allows you to draw the arms back. As I exhale, again, I'm trying to peel that spine back to the floor, breathing in, drawing the arms back to the floor. Exhale again. peeling the spine up. Try to keep those knees in line with the feet. Inhale, arms come back. Exhale, peeling back down through the spine. Inhale, arms back to the floor. One more like this, reaching up, knees in line. Inhale, arms come back. Exhale, peel the spine back down and release the arms. From there, we're just going to do a little bit more bridge work. That is, again, lifting the pelvis, but instead of peeling the spine, we're just going to lift the pelvis straight up with a straight spine. I take a breath in. As I exhale, I just lift the spine straight up. And as I inhale, I take it back down. Exhale, lift up. Now this time as you take this pelvis down, just hover above the floor. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower the pelvis, just hover. Exhale, lift again. So as you do this, you're going to feel those glute muscles, the butt muscles working gently to lift you up. And again, last one, hold this position. As you exhale, once again, we take the arms back, wherever they can for you. Inhale, bring the arms to the side. Try to keep the pelvis lifted. Exhale, back. Inhale, arms to the side. Last one, reach them back. Draw them forward and take yourself down through the spine. So you're just going to wheel the spine down one vertebrae at a time. Now we need to definitely stretch the hamstrings. So you're going to lift your right leg. We're going to keep that left leg on the floor. As you exhale, just lift that leg up and stretch the leg and flex that heel towards the ceiling. Then you release the foot, release the knee. Exhale again, lengthen, reach to that heel. As you breathe in, you soften the foot and bend the knee. Again, exhale, reach through that heel. Nice stretch all the way along the back of the leg. You'll mainly feel it at the back of the knee, but really just think of how you're reaching that heel towards the ceiling, keeping the pelvis nice and heavy. Last one, let's hold it here. I want you to point and flex. Point, flex, point, and flex. Now, we're going to circle the foot really slowly again through treacle for 1, for 2, for 3. Let's reverse for 1, 2, 3. Release that leg, bring it down, other side. So lifting that left leg up. As you exhale, you extend the leg and flex the heel. Ooh, nice click. And release the knee. Again, exhale, extend, flex, reach to that heel. Breathe in, soften the foot, bend the knee. Again, extend and flex and release. Extend and flex, release. One last time, we're going to come up, we're going to hold it here. Flex and point. Flex and point. Flex and point. Let's now circle that foot. Nice, good range of movement to really release the ankle. Nice and slow. Reverse the other way for 1, for 2, and 3. Release it down. Let's do a nice glute stretch now. So you're going to take, first I'm going to take my right leg over the left knee. I'm going to keep my hands down for this exercise, and I'm going to lift my left leg. And I want you just to draw in towards the chest and then release. And what you're going to do is rock a little bit in the pelvis. So just a few gentle rocks as we stretch through that right glute underneath the top of that right leg. Now I want you to take a hold of the shin of your right leg, and you're just drawing the leg in again, a little further in towards the chest. Now, draw in, hold your position here, and I want you just to rock from side to side, gently rocking. Now you're going to take yourself right over to the left side if your right leg is up. And take that right foot down to the floor. The left foot rests to the floor. Now here, I want you to try and come back with your right shoulder on the floor and extend the right leg, right arm. Now, if the right arm doesn't extend, you can keep it here at the chest on just the top of the shoulder and just see how far you can take that right shoulder back. It's a really nice rotation, and just allow everything to relax and sink and breathe into the stretch. From there, you're going to come back. You're going to take the legs back to your starting position. Left foot over the right knee. Lifting the right leg up. Keeping the hands on the floor. We just rock a little bit again with the pelvis. Now we're going to take a hold of the shin and just reach the leg in a little bit further. And from here, just keep the legs towards the chest, and you're going to rock from side to side. And from here, I'm going to take my left foot over to the right side, again rocking right over. The foot comes to the floor, the other leg comes to the floor, and now you're going to just stretch out, if you can, taking your left shoulder to the floor, left arm, and just breathe into that stretch. And from there, coming back to center. From here, just rolling up. We're going to come now into side lying. So again, we're just going to do a few stretches and rotations in this position. Again, it's a really nice stretch for the sides of the body. So you're going to take your bottom arm and reach it underneath, out in front of the top of the head. The head rests onto the arm. This arm is going to come in the front to the sternum. You're going to lengthen the legs away. You're going to reach the shoulders away from the ears. Some of you who can will be having the hand on the hip. Otherwise, just here in front of the sternum. We're going to now take a breath in. And as you lengthen the legs away, you're going to lift both legs up. And we inhale to lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale to lower. Now if that's too much, you can even just lengthen the top leg and lift. What I'm after is to keep nice and long in the waist. Shoulders away from the ears. Back of the neck stays nice and long as we exhale to lift. And we inhale to lower. Last one. Coming back in, let's take our legs into a chair position. So you're at 90 degrees with the thighs, and it's like you're sitting in a chair. I want you to take your hand, you can bend your elbow, and you're just going to hold your head as if you're like nesting it into a pillow. You're going to take your top arm in front, and you're just going to stretch it forward as if you're reaching away, and we're going to pretend that it's like a chalk in my hand, and I'm going to make a circle around me. So I'm taking it back. Now, as it comes back, it's fine if the knees separate, but you're folding with the arms. Now, it'll lift at some point, and then you take it back and forward again. So you're just circling, nice gentle circles. It's good rotation, really nice for the upper body to open and lengthen and stretch through the shoulders. Now, I said some of you might find this hard. If you really do have problems with the shoulders, then you're going to just bend the elbow back. Keep the actual arm bent and just do it with the elbow, with the hand on the top of the shoulder. Otherwise, it's just a full opening back and coming forward. One more like this. And reaching it forward. From there, coming up, let's come to the other side. So from here, we turn. Oh, the sun's come out. It was rather stormy. So again, here you are staying in a nice, long, extended position. Palms down the front arm. It can come a little forward. That's more comfortable. Shoulders away from the ears. Lengthen the legs away. Either the hands now in the sternum, here in front, or on the hips. On the exhalation, you're going to lift legs up and inhale to lower. Exhale, we lift and lower. Lengthen and lift. Inhale to lower. Think of reaching those legs away, keeping the shoulders down, back of the neck long. Exhale, lift. Inhale to lower. Last one. Exhale, lift. Inhale to lower. Let's bring the legs into a chair position. Again, I'm going to cradle my head. Bring the arms forward, upper arm forward. I'm going to reach, just as I'm just reaching a bit with the hand, and then I'm going to start to circle, letting the head follow that arm, and then reaching forward. So again, you're just circling, opening that chest, widening, stretching through that shoulder joint. Again, just letting the hips roll a bit too, that's fine. Letting the knees come apart is fine too. Because we're keeping this nice and open and gentle. Last one, reaching back. Coming forward now. We're going to come onto our stomach. And again, we're going to work a little bit more at opening up the front of the hips. So lying on your stomach, you're going to rest your forehead on the back of your hands. Try to keep the shoulders down, back of the neck long. The legs are in parallel, hip width apart. You're going to first start with the right leg, and I want you to stretch that right leg away from the hip. So really stretch it out, and now lift that leg off the floor, but keep the hips nice and square. Try not to tilt the hips, just high enough that you're just lifting it from the top of the leg, and then slowly take it down so it's nice and stretched and ready to go. Left leg, let's stretch that left leg away from the hips. Lift it up, keep it just as high, but not too high that you're tilting or moving the hips. Release it back down. Now again with the right leg, we exhale to lift, and inhale, lower. Exhale, left leg lifts. Inhale to lower. Again, lift the right and lower. And again, alternating sides. Exhaling to lift. Inhale to lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. And relax. Last exercise, we're going to start first with your left hand, well with my left hand I should say, because I'm going to turn to the camera, and my right cheek to the left hand. So it's opposite cheek to opposite hand. I'm going to just widen my legs a little bit more so that they're just in a bit of a V shape. What we're going to do now is we're going to alternate sides, alternate my right leg with my left arm. So as I exhale and lift, my right arm comes up, my left arm comes up with the head. So again, as I exhale, I'm just working in a bit of extension, upper body extension, and opposite leg. I breathe out, and I breathe in. And again, exhale, lift. Inhale to lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale to lower. Changing sides. I'm going to change to this side so it's a bit easier for you to see. And the sun is getting a little bit into my eyes. So from here again, I have my cheek to my opposite hand, and it's going to be my opposite leg that lifts. So as I exhale and lift, opposite leg comes up, and I lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale to lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale to lower. Last one. Exhale, lift. And lower. From there, taking the hands underneath the armpits, we're going to come up and we're going to come back to rest onto our heels. Now, some of you might find this hard for the knees, so you won't be going all the way back to the heels. You might just be going to a certain position. Otherwise, resting on the heels, open with the knees, feet toes together, and you can rest the forehead to the floor and just allow that lower back to release. Nice wide breaths, allowing the pelvis to feel heavy, allowing the ribs to drop, and breathe into that nice lower back stretch. And from there, coming up, taking knees in, coming up to a standing position. And I hope that that made you feel a little bit more relaxed, a little bit more open. And thank you very much for joining.